Hello! Welcome back to the Conquest. We are going to be continuing with something I've never really done. It's mostly been video games up to this point, but today we're going to see my hands as we solve some puzzle cubes, because little, I guess, maybe unknown fact, I'm not entirely sure, but I am a fan of puzzle cubes. I started with a Rubik's Cube, kind of I feel like the entry point. When I was quite young, and I could not solve it for the life of me. When I got older, I, for some reason, wanted to get back into it. I did look up how to kind of solve algorithm-wise, because you have to be a freaking genius in order to just kind of solve it normally. But after that, I just started getting into more weirder and weirder puzzle cubes, so we're going to see a lot of different ones here today. I am by no means a speed cuber, and then I'm also pretty casual still when it comes to this stuff, so I wouldn't necessarily expect the highest, I wouldn't necessarily quality, but there is one that I'm kind of dreading, because I feel like it is going to present some problems during one of the steps. So, let's turn this down just a tad. There we go. And we'll get it all switched over. Hello! Hello! Welcome. So, oh yes, my hand. So, this is the first one. Pretty standard. Pretty standard. It's going to be a 3x3. 3x3 Rubik's Cube. So, let's go ahead. Oh, also the other thing. You're not going to see my head or anything moving because the one camera we are using that would be normally tracking my face is be tracking my hands today, and so I'm gonna be looking down here, slightly down, while I solve these. There we go. All right. So first step for any sort of cube solve, as I'm sure you are all probably well aware, is gonna be mixing it up. So just gonna mix this up here. No real, rhyme or reason strategy, just completely random. And interestingly enough, when it comes to competitions, they'll have a specific way, and obviously the contestants, when doing speed cubing stuff, they don't know the different movements that are being made, but the judges and the people that are setting it up, they set the cubes the same every single time. So there is a baseline, because there's something like, what, millions of different combinations for just this alone. So I think it's interesting how they were able to turn that into a competition, especially with how much like random chance there is. And the fact that people can like speed run this thing anyway is really incredible. I was debating getting into it, but I think I just like the idea of solving different types of cubes rather than solving a cube fast. That makes sense. Mostly because I know that I'll never be able to get to the crazy speeds that they can do nowadays, which is like, what, 2, 3 seconds? Well, not 2 seconds. I think that's a little low. Pretty sure the fastest is around somewhere like 3 or 4 seconds. Not entirely sure. But let's go ahead and get started. So, the one thing that doesn't necessarily change on the cube ever, which is what we're going to start with, is going to be these middle pieces, because they are going to stay the same as far as their relation to one another, more or less. And so a good example of that is the green is going to have blue on the opposite side of it no matter what. So no matter how it's like organized, you'll know that blue and green are on opposite sides. Same with red and orange, and then yellow and white. So those ones are pretty central when it comes to just kind of the cube. I'm going to start with the white side, just because I feel like that's where people normally start. You can tell it's a little worn there. But the first thing we're going to do is solve for a cross on the cube here. And so this one is technically kind of already set. And what we're doing here is not necessarily just getting this to all be white, but we want them to also be the same sides. By that I mean, this is orange right here, so orange and white. And so when we've solved it correctly, it'll go white, white, orange, orange. That's the idea. So let's go ahead and grab red, the opposite side, easily enough. It's right there. That's already fixed. Next one is going to be blue. So for blue, go ahead and do this. And that's solved. So we got blue, red, orange. They're all in their right spots. So we just need to get green right here. So let's figure out where green is. Aha! It's right here. Green, white, right there. So, just gonna take it, and then let's move it like that. And then it's not technically solved, because we got the blue and orange there, so just go twice, and everything should be all set. So, what we're seeing here is our cross, and then we got blue, blue, orange, green, and red. So, the next step is to get the corners into place. And interestingly enough, this one's already fixed. This one's already set, so we don't have to worry about this corner piece right here because it's got the green, it's got the red. So next one, we have this red and then blue. So we've already gotten it to where all I need to do is take these two pieces right here, move them out of the way, and then I've now moved my correct piece here, and then I will move everything back. So that's now solved. Next, this one. This one's in the right place, it's just not oriented the right way, so we're gonna get it out of that position. And then right here, we got the orange going all the way across, and we got the white piece right here. So we're gonna take that white piece, move it all the way around until it goes right here. So, best way to do that, where it is, my orientation, is just to go like this, spin it around a little bit, and then move that piece back. So there's only one piece left, and interestingly enough, it was already right here. So when we did that last movement, we moved it out of place. So all we gotta do is, I think you can see it right here, move this out of the way, and then we'll just move that guy up, and then move that there. So now we have the entire side here all solved, and the white side is solved too. So normally what we'll do from here is we will completely flip it upside down. And what we're doing is we are solving this middle layer here right now. So in order to do that, we're looking for pieces that do not have any yellow on them whatsoever. Here's our first one. It's gonna be blue and orange. And so what we do is we move it so where it makes like this T right here. We got the orange piece right here. So the orange tells us where it's gonna go. And so it needs to go this way into this piece right here. So what we're gonna do is we're actually going to move it away from where it needs to go. We'll move this piece up to the side, down, back. We're gonna move everything up. Oh no. Oh no. I may have already messed it up. Don't look. Alright. Let me just solve it the normal way. So, up, side, that, side. Ah, interesting. I'm doing something wrong here and nobody is seeing it, which is good. Because we're gonna have to start with red now. I think what's throwing me off is that I'm also looking at the camera, which is the inverted view, but let's see here. So, go away, up, side. Okay, there we go. Yes, it was throwing me off just a tad, but we got it fixed. So now this green piece is actually in the wrong place because I was not paying attention. All right, we'll start with this orange. This orange will be the first one that we actually do correctly. So it does need to go into the green spot, which is to the side right here. So I'm just gonna move it to the side, up, side, down, then side, then we go up, Move it into place, and down. So now that side piece is correctly where it should be. There we go. It's all coming back together. Somehow this blue piece got into place. We'll just let that be there. Okay, so here's another interesting one. This blue piece and this red piece actually need to swap places entirely. So we'll just get this out of here. There we go. And then this needs to go to the red, which is right there. So off to the side. And then we go like that. There we go. And then now we got that, get that blue piece. So make the T. Then we go away, up, side, down, side again, side, side, and there we go. So there is that middle row and middle section. Next thing that we're going to do is we are going to make the cross up here. So it's already solved with a straight line going across. We don't care about these side pieces just yet. And so what we're going to do is we are going to do this side, up, side, and cross. There we go. So we have our cross now, but we need to make sure that the side pieces are actually all correct, which I doubt they will be. So orange, red. Now this needs to be green. This needs to be... Okay, well these two are now correct. This one isn't. So we need to solve for the side now. There we go. So should have that in place, that in place, that in place, and that in place. We're all good. Next is getting these corners into the right spots. We don't really care about how they're actually oriented on the cube right now. It's just the spots themselves. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be looking for one that's in the right spot, even if it's not oriented correctly. So this one's going to be in the right spot because it has the orange and green, and we have green and orange. So what we are going to do, we're going to move these three pieces around without affecting anything else. And how we do that, we're going to want to focus on this piece right here. So focus on this orange. So we move the orange out of the way, right? So orange is right here. We move this up. Then we move it to the side. Then we move this side up. Again, orange piece is right here. Move this to the side. Move it down. Move it back. Orange piece is right here. And move it down. Now, that did move around these three pieces right here, but we just need to see if it actually did it correctly, which it did not. So we need to do it one more time, at least. So we move this orange piece out of the way. Again, I'm right here. Go up, up, down, and down. All right, and so these are actually solved here. And the only things that aren't solved is these two pieces, which just need to be flipped around. It's probably my favorite part. So all you have to do in order to solve this part right here is you just go side, down, side, down. And you keep doing that until it's fixed, which it is right there. And so you do it again, side, 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 and it's solved. Rubik's Cube done. So that is the first one. That is the 3x3, and a lot of the sort of algorithms and movements that we are going to use in a lot of the remaining puzzles are going to be based off of this one. So let's move on to our next one, which is actually going to be a slight downgrade, which is going to be the 2x2. Now the reason we start with the 3x3 is because all of the sort of base movements and algorithms are based off of a 3x3. And so obviously with a 2x2 it's just easier. So let's go ahead and mix this up. I've had this one for a little bit less time, so it's a little bit stiff at parts. There we go. There's not really much mixing that you can do here either, so let's go ahead and mix, mix, mix. Mix, and there we're done. Alright, so in order to mix up this correctly, there's no real middle pieces to kind of base everything off of, so it's kind of whatever you want to start with. So we'll actually start with yellow this time, not white. And so we just need to get all 4 yellows here correctly in order with the pieces that need to be taken care of. Like as far as, we want the same colors on the sides as well. Kind of similar to how we solved the cross and then made sure all the sides were right there. So this is already wrong. So we need the orange piece to be yellow and orange right here. And so right now we have the 2 oranges. We have yellow here, we have yellow here. So we're going to move this yellow out of the way, move this piece up, right here, here, and then we're going to move it back. So now we got yellow and orange. Next, it's going to be green, which is simple enough. We got the greens, we got the yellows right here. So we move this yellow out of the way, move it over, up, green, green, orange, orange, blue. This one needs to be blue. And so it's already technically set. There we go. But the way that it was oriented, we couldn't really do much with it without actually, like, with being able to solve it. So we got it out of orbit so that we can have the 2 orange pieces right here. So very similar. And let's see if we can see both. So this is our yellow side right here, and this is the piece we want to move in. So in order to do that, we just move these 2 yellow pieces out of the way. Move this over, then move the 2 yellow pieces back. So now we have this layer already done and this layer already done. Now, I'm sure you're wondering what is the next thing you do from there, because you can't really solve the middle layer, there is no middle layer, and you can't really solve for a cross because there's no middle piece or cross edge pieces. So what you need to do, interestingly enough, is skip several movements and algorithms to get to having it to where, so this one's going to be red and blue. You want red, white, and blue. And so we're going to find the piece that has red, white, and blue. We're going to orient it so it's right there. But then we need to look at the rest of the cube to make sure that nothing else is actually matching up where it's supposed to be. Well, that's actually kind of weird. All right, so normally we have green, red, right? And so when you have the red, white, blue, and then the green and red, and they're both matching in the correct positions, that's usually a no-go because the other 2 are usually not. However, this one's actually good too, and so is this one. So we completely skipped the step where we have to move the 3 pieces around again and keep the one central one. So now what we have to do is that one downside movement over and over again until we have everything solved. So downside, 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 downside. And then we move the top to move this piece in. So downside, 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 downside. And then just one more. Downside, 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 downside. And then there we go. It's all solved. So that one, we actually, interestingly enough, did not have to do like half of it because the second to last algorithm was not even needed because all the spots were correct from the get-go. Now, I'm sure you're thinking the next one is going to be a 4x4, which I do have. I will show you. Oh, 4x4. We're not going to solve that, though. I think it's a pain in the butt. So we're going to skip over that one for now because it's a doozy. You basically solve it by a 3x3, like a 3x3. I'll show you what that kind of looks like. So see how it's kind of like side 1, this is technically the middle layer, and then you have side 2. But where it becomes a problem is you have to get this piece to all be one color, because this is technically, let me see if I can show you an example what it kind of looks like. So this one piece here is technically these 4 pieces here, and this one side piece is these 2, and these side pieces is those 2. So that's how you kind of solve it similarly, where a 3x3 and a 4x4 are similar. You have extra steps where you have to make this all red, because this could be like red, yellow, white, and blue, right? So I particularly find it annoying. I don't necessarily want to solve this one. We might go back to it, so if we do, then we will. But the next one I actually want to solve is not even a cube. the sphere. So this is the gear ball. And so how we solve this one, it's actually incredibly simple, because the way this one operates is, since it's all gear based, nothing really kind of goes out of order. Like, everything's kind of locked into a very, very limited amount of options, right? So we're just gonna kind of screw around with it, mess it up a little bit. I'm not paying attention. I'm not even looking down. Just looking to see if anybody's popped in, said hello. And so I think that's sufficiently scrambled. I mean, even now you can kind of tell, like, it looks scrambled, but it also doesn't, because like this piece right here, right? This is all green, this is all blue. So it doesn't look particularly scrambled. So I mean, we can do a little bit more, but at the end of the day, it's not really going to get too scrambled. There we go. I guess it looks a little bit more scrambled. So the way we solve for this is we just kind of pick one color, and then we build the cross. That's the first thing we do, which is going to be very similar to a lot of the different puzzles that we solve here today. So let's start with yellow again. So we got this. All right. That's already pretty much done, because we have this part there. And now we just need to get these pieces here. Now, where this actually becomes really easy is that this yellow piece on the side right here has the opposite one also right here. So when we go to move it, they're moving both of them like equally. So let's go ahead and go like this. Now that we've done that, we have positioned our yellow pieces. So all we have to do is twist, and yellow is done. The cross is done. So next thing we have to do is pray that I haven't screwed it up too much. I think we have to solve for green, actually. It's actually maybe a slightly interesting variant of a mix-up. But let's go ahead and see what we can do here. So we go up, side, up, side, up, side. Okay, so we got that. And then what does this look like? Okay, so let's try this. Up, side, up, side, up, side. Okay, we're getting closer. Oh wait, need to keep going. There we go. Let's try this. And more ups and sides here. Okay, perfect. So this doesn't look good because it's all blue, but that's okay. It was okay. It was okay until I said that. I think I might just have to mess around with it a little bit until I actually see something good. So we'll go into a brief, I'm not explaining anything because I'm going to try and get it to a certain... Oh, there we go. Okay, so all blue, right? This one has the blue and the red. It's technically a little off. That's okay. And then we have this up here. Go ahead and see. Yeah, okay. So that one upside thing that we were doing over and over again, we're gonna have to do that one more time. So it goes up, side, up, side, up, side. There we go. Why do you do this to me? Alright, so normally there is a very specific way that it's supposed to look when I've gotten to this stage. It doesn't want to do it. So we're going to try and solve for orange now. Outside, side, Side. Cool. Okay, here we go. This is what we were looking for. So, what this now looks like is we have all blue here. On the top, we have an incomplete purple, surrounded all by red. And we have a colored strip with 2 colors on each side. Same thing, colored strip, 2 on each side. This is red, completely covered with purple. So, the way that you solve this is pretty fun. You go to the side. You go completely around, and you go to the side down. So, what this now looks like is every color is correct. It's just these side pieces need to be fixed, which is actually a really simple fix. All you need to do is, this is slanted that way. So you just need to 360 no-scope it, and that's now it's fixed. So I'm sure that you can guess what needs to happen with this, since it's slanting that way, this way. We need to go this way. So, 360 no-scope one more time. Boom. And then just one more. Going this way again, but we'll mix it up by having it like this. That actually mixed it up at all. It's still going the same way. So, 360 degrees, and this is now solved. I know it got a little confusing in the middle there. But it's actually one of the easier ones to solve once you learn the movements. There's not very many of them, actually. So, let's move on to the next one. This one is a particular favorite of mine. I don't know how... Is it Latin? I believe it's Latin. Or is it Roman? I don't know. But basically dodeca. Dodeca being 12. Because, you know, tri meaning 3, bi meaning 2. Quad being 4. I forget everything after that. I just remember dodeca. Because this one that we have here is a dodecahedron. And so basically it is a shape that has 12 sides. So this is called the Mega Mix, and so we are going to mix this up and solve it. And interestingly enough, it is solved just like a Rubik's Cube, just a really multifaceted, multi-sided Rubik's Cube. But I will tell you, when it's all mixed up, it looks a right mess. There we go. Just mixing this up, making sure that it's nice and confusing. Okay. So let's go off and talk about all these colors that we have to work with, because with a normal Rubik's Cube, or 3x3, your basic colors are going to be white, yellow, green, blue, red, and orange. With this one, we have obviously 6 more colors to deal with here. So we have the red and orange, opposite sides, as they should be. We have a light green and a dark green. We have a dark blue and a light blue on opposite sides. We have a cream and a yellow, and then gray and white. So our new colors to the table here are technically the light and dark, light green and blue, the cream color, and the gray, and purple. Did I say purple? And pink. Purple and pink. I forgot about those two. Purple being one of my favorite colors. I don't know how I could have forgotten. So, let's go ahead. We will start with the white side. And what we're going to do is very similar to how a Rubik's Cube had a cross. This one, I'm sure you can see, has a star. So we're going to solve for the star. So, first thing we need to do is find a white piece. So we got white right there. And this is cream. I don't know if you can necessarily tell. Camera's not necessarily the best there, but that is cream. Take my word for it. So I'm just going to position this in place. It's a very casual thing to do, but I am a casual Rubik's Cube solver. So next one is green. So I'm going to move this to the side, move this up, move it back. There we go. And so now green should be in place, and yellow should also be in place. Next one that I see immediately is going to be purple. So I actually move this piece down here, and I just have it on the right track, and then all I have to do is spin that piece around, and now we have that part of the star. I'm going to move this so that it's a little bit easier to tell. We got this, this, and that. Alright, next is going to be red. So red's down here. I can move it to the side twice, and now it's on this red track here. And then I move it up, and now we have 4 out of our 5 pieces. That moves us to the last one, which is going to be blue. Alright, so I just take this piece, move it over there onto the blue track. It's usually the easiest. And then just move it up. So now we have our star. Let me see if I can move it a little bit closer. There's the star. And then we got yellow, purple, green, red, and blue. Next thing we're going to do is solve for the corners. And for this one, I want to just put them in the right place rather than just, well, right place and orientation, rather than just the right spot. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this red and blue piece here. I'm going to move this actually over to the side like this. Now it's in the right spot, like orientation-wise, and so we just got to loop it around, move it out of the way, continue looping, and there we go. Now we have that solved. Let's see, next is this purple and yellow piece. There we go. Alright, so now it's on the right orientation, because when I turn it this way, it's going to be in the right spot. I'm just going to move it out of the way, move it back, and then we're done. Next, wow, a lot of these are in the right spots, but they are not, is going to be this purple and green piece. So we have it in the right orientation already. Just need to move it over to the right spot, move it down, and then we're good. Next one, green and red. Red's on the right spot, green's on the right spot. Just move it into its right location, move it away, move it back, and then we're done. Last one, where is it? There we go. And this is already right because we have blue here, blue, blue. And then we have yellow, and then when we go to turn it, yellow. So now it's in the right orientation. But these two are wrong, so we move these 3 out of the way. So we can move this one back. And there we go. White side's done. And we also have that bottom layer filled. Now, the next step is to get these pieces filled right here correctly. So this is going to be purple and green. So let's try to find that one. Purple and green, purple and green. Where are you? There we go. Purple and green. Alright, and so in order to solve for this, same idea. We get this sort of line pose. So this is like a little bit of a crooked T, if you think about it. Because you have this right here, and it kind of goes a little crooked. So we get into the right spot. We move it away. There you go. So that's now in the right spot. Next is going to be purple and yellow. No, I take that back. It's going to be red and blue. So, get that nice crooked T. It has a little leg, so it looks like a little person. But, move it out of the way. There we go. And then that's solved correctly. So next, red and green. We're seeing it up top. There it is. So we get on the right track, and it's going to be the green T right here. So move it away, move this up, side, down. There we go. Alright, what's next? Back to that purple and yellow, which is right here actually, interestingly enough. So we got the purple and yellow right there, that piece. So we move it away. We move this up, side, down, side, upside down. Following along? Good. And then last is blue and yellow. So, move that there, move it away, move that into place, and it's solved. So now we technically have this bottom row filled, as you can see. Next is to solve for this piece kind of around here. I'll try to, so this piece right here, this piece right here, this piece right here, and this piece right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to start with this orange and yellow piece. Now that's in the right spot. See how it makes that nice little there? And this next finishing part right here I like to call the crown. Actually, no, that's coming up in next to solve portions here. So, next we need is... I wonder if that's actually a thing. Yep. Nope. So, light green. That's now in its spot. Next one, red, blue, and pink. There it is. Let's move that into the right location. There we go. So, that's good to go. Red, green, cream colored. It's right there. So, in order to move it, we just go up, side, down. Because we didn't want to move this one out of its spot. So, let me just move this over to the side a couple. Turn it, and now it's in its proper place. So, we got this, 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 this. This one's wrong. So, light blue, purple, and green. Where's that piece? There we go. There we go. And it's now in the right spot. So, I'll show you guys a little bit. Got this nice little sort of crown going. I call this the Queen's crown because it's the smaller version. So we got that, that, or that. Let's go the wrong way there. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is we are actually going to solve for these middle pieces all the way around. And so, in order to do that, that's already backwards. To a great start. We find out this orange piece here and this yellow piece here. So, go to the side. There we go. That piece is now in place. Right there. Next, let's see. Orange and purple. Orange and purple right there. And that's now solved. Alright, so this is already in a good place. Light blue, purple, and the purple needs to go down here and over to here. So, we move it away from the color purple, which I don't think you guys are able to see. So, move it away from purple, move this up twice, side, over, side, so now that's correct. And when we move it down, that's all in the right spot now. Alright. Hey, look, green, dark green, dark green. So, what we need to do, again, is move this away, move this over twice, move it down, over to the side, up, and over. So, now that is solved. Next, this pink and dark blue. So, move it away, move that up so that the pink can catch it as it spins back around, and bring it back to its rightful place next next to the blue. Alright. Pink and red. Alright, so this is the first of a sort of extra algorithm you have to learn for this kind of thing. This is technically the right color combination, red and pink, but it's not on the pink side. So we gotta flip it around. Okay, I probably messed something up just now, but that is okay. Yeah, I totally messed something up. That's okay. We'll fix it later. Alright, so we are going to go to the side, go around, catch to the side, and back down. The one I messed up was the green and blue, which is now back in actually the wrong spot. Like that. So, how do I solve this? Do, 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 do. I think I just did it. Oh no! I see what I've done wrong here. Okay. Alright, we fixed it. Yeah, okay. We got ourselves. So obviously there's a lot of moving parts here. Possibly we might mess something up here every now and then, so just ignore. Alright, so goes away. Over, side up, side, and down. There we go. It's solved again. I say again because it should have been good the first time. Alright, so move it away from the green, up to side, and down. Well, and this is the one we never really touched before. This one's in the wrong location, because this is a cream color and a red, but they need to swap. So, we'll do that. There we go. Alright, so now it's in the right sort of combination there. Side, up, two, down, side, up, and over. There we go. Alright, what is next? This green and blue is going to be our next target. Light green, lime. Alright, and it's going down to blue. So, over, up, and down. There we go. And then now we need to flip this around. So now we can move this to the side, over to, down. There we go. So I believe, as of right now, should have all of this solved on every single one, which it looks like we do. Perfect. Next, we are going to solve this little piece right here, which is actually not too difficult. So first one we're going to do is this green, yellow, and orange one. So what we do is we have a small bit of confusion there. Move it to the side. Now that's all good. And we just turn. It's solved. Perfect. So next, cream, blue, dark green. Since dark green is going down this way, all we have to do is move everything that way. We got our line, and it's back. Alright, so they have pink. Now that's solved. Alright, so we're actually reorienting this one so that we have green, blue, which goes down here because it's turning, and then pink goes right here, so that's turning. So, go to the side there, and that's solved. Alright. And, ooh, this one's way out of whack. Just gonna turn that to the side there. Okay, so now we can go side, bring it on down. It's the King's Crown. Because we got much bigger, and we have basically everything solved except the top 2 layers, which is going to be this middle layer right here, and then obviously the top layer. So we are getting there. We're almost there. Alright. So, next, kind of similar. We need to move this piece down. So it's the one algorithm that we've done a couple of times. So that's now in the right spot. Pink. So that algorithm again is going to be side up, side down, top, side, front, top, front. Right? Alright, so blue. And it's going down this way because it has orange. It's going over here. So we need to go the opposite way for when we were first turning. So first turn, side up, side, and then down. Hope we're following along. Alright. What is next? Well, they're kind of out of order, so it doesn't really matter. So we can go side up, side down, side over here, and done. And then we got that in place, or out of place. It needs to go this way, so it's just the opposite. Side over here. Alright, that's now solved. And then for the last one, because we should have knocked that one out of place, like this. It goes top, side, front, top, side, top, front. Alright, so we have everything solved except for the top part. And so, much like the last one, we need to start building that star. So in order to build the star, we need to first build a little person, like that. And then once we have that built, just do the same algorithm that you would do on a 3x3, which is going to be technically front, side, top, front. And then now you have your star. Much like the other ones, we now have to make sure that everything on the sides are now good. So these two are good. This is all bad. So what we're going to do, so we're going to side, up, side, down, down. There we go. So, green, orange, blue, pink, and cream. Everything is solved there. Now we just got to get these corner pieces oriented correctly. So, in order to do that, we will find one that is oriented correctly. None of them are. So, that's okay. We just go... Alright, and then one of them should be oriented correctly now. No. Let's see, so we got pink, orange, blue, Alright, so... This just doesn't want to get into a solved state for me, does it? Or a solvable state, anyway. We're almost there, chat. Clearly I'm doing something wrong. So let's see. I think I figured out what I was doing wrong, chat. I'm silly. Okay. Just one more. Yeah, I have no idea. Alright. This part. Do I turn and then go? No, it should be the... Okay, cool. So I got that one in the right place. So... Okay. Okay. We go 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up. 1, 2, down, 1, 2, down. Yes. 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up. 1, 2, down, 1, 2, down. It's been a while since I've done this one, so I apologize. And then, one more. 1, 2, up, 1, 2, up. 1, 2, down, 1, 2, down. Alright, and then interestingly enough, I actually got all the other ones into place too. So the ones that are out of place, I'm sure as you can tell, are these ones right here. So we solve that the same way we would do a Rubik's Cube by just going to downside, 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 side. Okay, now I'm sure you're like, oh, this is all screwed up. Well, just do that, and since you're working with a screwed up side anyway, it's okay to continue the algorithm until you're done. Hey, we did it! Megaminx, dodecahedron solved. They had us in the last half, not gonna lie. Okay. Next. I don't even know what this is called. A Mastermorphix? It's a triangle. It's a triangle, but it's not a triangle cube. If that, well, it's actually more of a triangle cube than a actual, triangle cube. So, how we solve this is, interestingly enough, this is a Rubik's Cube. This triangular pyramid is a Rubik's Cube. It's just the pieces are so warped and so, like, crazy that it looks like a triangle, and I'll show you what I mean. So this is how you can tell this is a 3x3. Because you have your middle piece right here, right? So middle piece, there's that cross, here's this cross, and then you have your 4 corner pieces. So this is a Rubik's Cube. It's just a very funky looking Rubik's Cube. And so let's go ahead and mix this up. And I'm sure like, oh gosh, how on earth are you ever going to solve that? Well, interestingly enough, this is not a true mix. I know a lot of people will probably get this cube for the first time and be like, oh yeah, no, just mix it up like that and like that. Make a nice little cube and, oh gosh, how do you solve from here, right? This looks like it's really messed up. Well, this is actually not a true mix or a true scramble, is I believe the term that they use. So, what you do is you do that nice half turn, and then you start, and then you start just destroying the shape of this thing. There we go. Now that is a true scramble, where it doesn't even look like a shape anymore. So this is just a normal Rubik's Cube. Although it's solved way differently. So, what you do is you kind of start, interestingly enough, with just one side, right? So, these yellow pieces are all the same, right here. Right? And then, so we got yellow, 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 yellow. Those yellow sides. And when we flip it over, the green is the other one we want to make. So, green, 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 green. Kind of hard to see because there's this big piece here. Green, green, green. Yellow, yellow, yellow. So, you solve by getting this part first, which this is the only part that needs to change, this blue. So, we will turn, get this nice yellow piece right here. So, in order to solve for that, you just go to the side, go down, go to the side again, go back up, and you got that nice little yellow piece there. What we're doing is we're building the cross, right? So here it is. There you go. And now we just need to build the green cross. And so in order to do that, we got this little side piece here. So we go to the side, pop that down, go to the side. Also, I'm probably certain that what you guys are seeing is not necessarily all the action, or I make it a little difficult to follow along. So I definitely, if you are interested in any of these, recommend looking at YouTube guides and stuff, because they do a really good job of just kind of step-by-step instructions, what to do next, etc. And yeah, they do a really good job with that, because I'm sure that you are missing out on most of the action that's going on here. So we have our cross built, as I'm sure you could probably see. Cross, cross. Right. So next we have to do our corners. So this one needs to be good, this one, and this one. This green piece is already good. That corner, that is a corner. On the flat side, that is a corner piece. So, let's start with a yellow. Where is our yellow? There it is. So in order to solve for yellow, oh, I need to first get into the right spot. There we go. Hey, this one's kind of hard to turn sometimes. Okay, so yellow, green, cross. Now we just need to get these two in place and oriented correctly. This is kind of the harder part. So we get the right color scheme going on here. We just do our algorithm for moving a cube in place, or solving at the very end, for a normal Rubik's Cube, which is the downside, upside. Just do that over and over. So we go on to our next one here. Here we go. Red, yellow, green. Yellow, green, red. So we go the down, side, up, side, down, side. Okay. Now it is right in the right spot. Here we go. Alright, and then next thing is going to be solving the middle row, much like we did for the Rubik's Cube. And that's going to be that middle row right there, where this blue piece is. So, in order to solve for that, we are probably actually going to start with blue. And so, much like that T that was forming, we need to get this blue right here. So all you have to do is the same algorithm. There you go. And that blue piece is now in place. And next one we have here is going to be green. So we get it to where it's like off, because it needs to go down like that. So off to the side, up, side, down. Move that out of the way. Move the face. Move that back so that it catches it and pulls it down. And there we go. Green side solved. Next, it's going to be red. So go side, up. Move that away, and then pull it down. There we go. Next is going to be this last one, which is going to be yellow. So, side, up, side, down, side, turn the face, and pull it back in. So, we now have the entire bottom portion solved. This next one is where it gets a little tricky. This one may take a little bit of time. We need to build across, but this also needs to be the right way, because otherwise this would have been perfect. So, if I went quiet, it's because my brain literally stopped working. Alright, let's see. What do I do here? What is that algorithm again? There are too many. We've been solving so many today. We've been solving so many. Okay. What on earth? Do I have to mix up a cube to... No, we're just going to mix up the other one real quick, so... How's it go again? So... Okay, I think I remember it now. Let's see. Yeah, that seemed to sort of do it. Alright, so wish me luck here. Oh, that's completely wrong. Alright, well, so technically once you have that, then you, like this. But it's not correct. So we will get there. This one I usually have the most trouble with when it gets to this spot because of the orientation of the pieces. It's very strange. Might be here for just a tad, so apologize. Hope everybody's day is going well, though. A nice, enjoyable Saturday. Nice background music going. Yeah, this is the part that usually catches me off guard. Every single time. It's okay. We're just trying to build that cross one more time. It's not the easiest thing to do in the world, huh? So... We're back to that. Alright, well, let's see. What is the best way to solve you? I do not know. Yeah, this is the part I was talking about earlier when I said there is one that I'm kind of dreading. It's getting to this exact spot. Okay, and somehow we just randomly got it. Okay, I will take it. Cross. Done. And this spot is already taken care of, which is our other corner piece. So we just need to get the other pieces in line by going with the same algorithm we did last time with our 3x3. And it's already done. Cool. We didn't even have to show you the last sort of algorithm solving it. It just kind of solved itself. So that is the Master Morphix. And we actually missed out on the algorithms, which is kind of sad. But it's okay. I'll take it for what it was. There's one more I might want to do. Let's take a look. Now, this one I really do not know, so we will have to a little bit of consultation at one point. But this is the Ready Minx. Yes. Ready Minx. Okay. This one, as I'm sure you see it, is very similar to the Mega Minx. Except the Ready Minx turns on the corners, whereas the Mega Minx turns on its complete side. So, let's go ahead and get this all mixed up. Interestingly enough, when it comes to like searching puzzle cubes, this one I feel like is one that I don't usually see around that often. Alright, there we go. That all nice and mixed up. I'm gonna do a little bit more mixing here, just because this side is not really that mixed at all. There we go. All right. And then what else? What else? Right, so come on. There we go. Just mixing this all up nice and good. Hey, there we go. Alright, so I would say that is sufficiently mixed up, nice and scrambled. So let's go ahead and start with one of the sides. Again, these middle pieces are never going to move, so we just need to find the white middle piece. Scrambled. Yes! It's all nice and scrambled. How's it going, Not Divine? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're having a good weekend. Just been messing with some puzzle cubes here today. So, this part's actually pretty easy because... Where'd it go? Hey! Over here. Stress procrastinating? Sorry to hear that, man. Alright, so this one, we've already built kind of the little cross here. It's never going to leave this orientation, though. And so, that part's actually pretty easy. The hard part is getting these kind of spots filled in. So, let's see. First one is going to be blue. You are all the way over here, so go ahead and just orbit this around. There we go. And then we're going to just pop that up. Put that into place right there. Right, turning. There we go. Nope, wrong one. So we need to go around this side. Alright, so we're going to have this. We got white and blue. Let's kind of turn that into place. Then turn the white and blue back in. I've been pretty good. I've also been kind of dealing with some stuff recently, which is why I haven't had too many streams, unfortunately. But I want to do something a little bit different, aside from gameplay. We might switch to some gameplay of Resident Evil here in just a moment, but for right now... Oh, hey, this is already solved too. So, next color combo that I see with my little eye is yellow and white. So let's go ahead and just move this around. All right. Pop that into place. Yellow and white. And then next we have, it should be purple. There we go. So we just move this around the board. Rubik's Cube? Actually it solves a little bit differently to a Rubik's Cube. The Master Minx? Mega Minx, sorry. This guy right here. This one solves a little bit closer to a Rubik's Cube because it actually turns on its entire side, much like a Rubik's Cube. This turns on its corners, so it's a little bit different, especially at the end. But it has some similarities to it. Not very many, but some. Let's see, so move that along there. Alright, I like how that looks. So, just pop that up there, pop it over here, and pop it right there. So, now that's solved. Although you technically go about it the same way, or at least you solve layer by layer, kind of. So let's go ahead and do the next piece here. Where is it? There it is. So, red, white, red, and white. Put that down. And the white side is done. Then we have the corresponding pieces there. Yes and no. The very last movement, to solve it algorithm-wise, is 12 motions. 12 different motions. If anything, I definitely recommend a Rubik's Cube. It's actually very easy once you get to know the algorithms. And then you can maybe do a 2x2, because it cuts out some of those steps. And then a lot of people seem to think that increasing the number of, like, you know, for example, like 4x4, like this guy, is going to make it more difficult. It just makes it more tedious. Because you just have more things that you're having to do. I mean, it's definitely difficult and time-consuming, but I prefer ones that are like, you know, different shapes entirely, or ones that look like this. This one's a Master Morphix, because it's actually... We'll take a quick break from this one. This one's actually a Rubik's Cube. This is a cube. I know it looks like a triangle, a triangular pyramid, but the idea is that if I turn it just like this, there we go, you should be able to see this cross section right here is the same. Gotta grab the Rubik's Cube to show. There we go. So this cross section right here is the same as this cross right here. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is a Rubik's Cube. This one right here. Interestingly enough. Although when it's scrambled, I'll do a quick scramble. We already solved it. I'm not going to really solve it again, probably. But when it's truthfully scrambled, the Master Morphix looks crazy. It doesn't even look like a shape anymore. So all the pieces are all out of whack. Alright. Yeah, right? So cool. Because normally when people scramble it, they keep it like where it still looks like a triangular pyramid. And that looks... It's actually incredibly difficult to solve it that way. This is actually the easier way to solve it, believe it or not. But yeah. Alright. We'll put the gear ball back. This one back as well. There we go. So back to solving this guy. Next step is to solve this sort of middle row right here. So easiest way to do that is to get this where'd that come from? Get this oriented correctly. So that's good. This one just needs a quarter turn. Now it's good. Quarter turn here. Actually, I have them all next to me here. Let me see if I can show you real quick. Whoop. There we go. There we go. So they're all in kind of like, I'll show that one here in just a moment. But we also have this row and just little shelves right next to me there. Stay. There we go. But yeah, they're all right next to my desk anyway. Alright, so we got all that into place. And then, for a while there I was collecting quite a bit of them, and then I stopped. Right around when COVID hit. Well, let's go ahead and start moving all these other ones into place. So the first one that I see that I can work with is yellow and blue. So just gonna move this one around the cube until we get it to the yellow and blue side here. Alright, and so that will work. So we just take this, and then this one's yellow. It's kind of hard to see. But when we take that yellow and blue, and then pop this, so difficult to turn sometimes, into place, the yellow and blue, and we can just move it back, and that's solved. So, yeah, a lot of these, and actually just puzzle cubes in general, I know a lot of people that I've shown, a lot of people that I've talked to it about, they're all like, there's no way that I could solve it. But actually, well, aside from them obviously being an algorithm that makes it very easy to solve, once you know the algorithm, it's incredibly easy. And it's actually astounding how many people are just mystified by the idea that it's solvable. Because I know a lot of people go through their life thinking, there's no way. All this happened. That's all that happened to me these last months. Is like, RSI. RSI. I'm not sure if I'm familiar. Red and green? Ah, red and blue. Red and blue will work. Ooh. I'm sorry to hear that. That sounds not fun. Alright, so we actually gotta move this one around here. Yep, there we go. Alright, and that one's now in place. Then we're gonna change up the songs here in just a minute, because this is the, like, 5th time that I've heard a jazz rendition of Happy Birthday, and I'm over it. I turn up desktop because I don't want I don't want an ad just in case one pops up. I think we're good. There we go. Oh, Osu. I remember you were talking to me about how you love that game. It's crazy to think that it could cause bodily harm. It's like, what were you doing? Oh, I was just killing it over in the rhythm game scene, you know. Alright, so... It also doesn't help that the past couple of months have, well, past year has, beat 7 stars. Yeah, nice. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not 100% sure what that means, but I can assume that that is like the upper echelon of difficulty when it comes to Osu. Actually, I'm curious, because aren't most Osu maps like fan-generated? Isn't that kind of the draw? It's kind of like Beat Saber, right? Where like people actually make their own maps. Is that right? Or is everything actually generated by? Right. So I'm wondering how people decide if it's like how difficult it is. You know, does that make sense? Like, is there like a specific way? Only a small percentage can rank them. I see. That makes sense. So some say unranked. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. Where is that red and green? I've been looking for it this entire time. Aha! I found it. It was actually... it was there the whole time. Ranked is useless, but fun. I see. So there's like a point system. Or like a external point system. Something like that. I'm sure it's like a global ranking type thing, right? Or that point thing. Makes sense. Because I know that obviously with certain rankings, with rhythm games, you're going to have those, you know, per song, right? Also be playing multiplayer. Oh, that's cool. But I know that most of the time with rhythm games, it's just like, oh, this person got the best score on this song. And interestingly enough, with most, well, maybe not most, but quite a bit of rhythm games, it's kind of difficult to, no, maybe not difficult, but just the highest score you can get is usually like 100%, right? Like just a perfect. And then, so when the game's old enough, the top like 400 scores are just perfect, 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 perfect. So I know they started implementing things where it's like, well, you know, you were above perfect because you got even better, and it's like a little bit more point based rather than you got every note correctly. Yeah, I could also take a look at it too on YouTube, try and see what's going on there. All right, so we now have this all completely solved when it comes to, and I'll pop that around there, the entire bottom layer solved. So next we're going to fill in these spots right here and this layer. So what we do is we start by getting the right color matched up. So there we go. And this is going to this red side here. So all we have to do, this one's super easy actually, is just pop it up, pop this over, and then put it back down. It's actually an easier movement than the Master Morphix. No, sorry, Megaminx. This is the Ready Minx. This combo and accuracy base. Yeah, I think the accuracy is the quite less than combo. Gotcha, gotcha. Right. So this is actually the correct piece, but it's flipped around. Is that the, yeah, that is yellow or green colored. So we are going to move this up and out of the way. Move that back. And then in order to move it into the correct spot, because this is the top here, this gray spot here, we actually have to go all the way around. So we go side, 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 side. I remember when I figured that out, because most of this I figured out on my own, because I learned the Rubik's Cube and the Megaminx. And so when I figured out that move on my own, so excited. But the last movement I needed to have the yeah, I needed to have the guide show me, because there was no, you would have to be a genius in order to figure it out. Say I beat 7-star, all that happens is I become happy because a small amount of combo is worth nothing. Gotcha. So at that point when it gets 7-star, it's pretty much just the fact that you cleared it is kind of what you're looking for, rather than score base at that point. Alright, so this one, same idea. We got the purple. It needs to go down to this purple, but purple is not the same color as this light blue. So in order to get it, we have to go all the way. Yeah. Turn, you turn. All the way around town. And then now it's in the purple. In the blue. So we just go side, up, down, and solved. Let's see, what do we have next here? Ooh, there we go. So, this is easy. Side. Not very good. Not very good. How long have you been playing Osu for? I mean, I'm sure you're obviously way better than me, too. But, I feel like you play a lot of rhythm games from what I remember. Ooh, that purple is actually exactly what I needed. Nope. It's in the wrong place, so we go. Come on. I will say the one thing I don't like about this cube is that it is so difficult to turn. Because normally when you're grabbing this thing, it, like you're grabbing the sides, and then like if you grip it too hard, it starts to turn on its own. So, that's a little annoying. Playing since over. Oh, wow. So not too terribly long, actually. Just picked up Dofi. I don't know if I know what that one is. I've heard of Osu. Not heard of a Dofi, though. Oh, there we go. So, now this light... Dance of Fire and Ice. A Dance of Fire. It sounds cool. Or is it pronounced Adofi? It's a really famous one. Well, now I feel like I need to look it up. Alright, Adofi. Oh, it's a one-button rhythm game. Two planning orbits as they travel down a winding path. Interesting. To the YouTube! Adofi. Oh, wow. This looks pretty. Yeah, no, I'm not necessarily looking at top plays per se, or like top, people playing. I'm just seeing like hard ones, All right, let's see. Okay, he's looking through it. Oh wow, this looks very strange. That is interesting. Very, very interesting. Definitely an off-the-wall sort of rhythm game. Because I feel like most of the time it's usually a rail rhythm game where everything is on like a certain path and then you just have to hit it when it lines up with the bar. I think Guitar Hero, right? I feel like that's usually the standard when it comes to rhythm games, but when they mix it up as far as like how it's played, that's always really cool. Which is exactly like how I describe a Rubik's Cube. A Rubik's Cube I consider like a sort of like a Guitar Hero, right? Very standard, very, nothing crazy going on, just learn the algorithms and you're all good. I feel like when you have, because with Guitar Hero, what is it? You have like 5 or 6 buttons that you're playing around with. Sometimes you have like 4, if it's like a phone game. And then when you start getting more and more, and it's still like that rail style, but you just have more types of buttons that you have to press. I think the hardest one of that type that I had was a game called Music. And it had 6 going across. And at that point, it's just like adding more sides or more pieces to like a Rubik's Cube. But when you have like those weird rhythm games like Citus and Osu and Adofi or Dofi, those are like the different variants of like a puzzle cube. So I definitely like the variants more than just, we're gonna make it more difficult. No, make it interesting, not more difficult. All right, where were we? Pink. We need pink. Where are you? All right, so that is wrong. So we need to have it keep going around and around and around. Osu is the wackiest rhythm game because the aim is needed. Yeah, no, it's not just the timing, it's also the precision, like, of the cursor. So we got green and blue. Here we go. So just turn that to the side, and there we go. All right, what do we got next? I think, oh, red and pink. There we go. So, red and pink is all good. I think Osu is pretty similar to Citus as well. I don't know if you've ever seen that. It's a phone rhythm game, which a lot of people prefer to play on tablet because it just gives you more room. But with Citus, the idea is that you have to also hit the notes as well. Actually, like hit them on the phone. Kind of like Osu, sort of, kind of, but it's very. If you have a chance, I'd recommend looking into it. And I'd also recommend the original Citus, just because you get, I feel like, more songs for cheaper. You have to originally pay for it, but the new Citus 2 that came out, you get like some free songs and you unlock some songs, but it's like at that point, Rayark, the company that made the game, they're like, we need as much DLC as possible, so we're gonna make every song one that they pay for, yay! And it's like, no, no, not yay. Oh, you played Citus, nice. Yeah, I enjoy that one a lot. Alright, so this next one is a little difficult, but we will see what we can do. Okay, so that's my on spot. Come on. This is the other thing. It's a little difficult to turn sometimes. There we go. There we go. Are you going to give me an easy solve? It might. I'd be happy if it did. Oh, I don't think it's going to give me an easy solve. Actually... Holy crap, it did. Okay. Alright, and I think it did get me to the right place too. Alright, so we are almost done, right? We have our cross on the top, and all the other components are correctly in their spots here. The only thing is we gotta reorient these to be in the correct positions and the correct orientation. So, first what we have to do there, let me see. This I kind of forget. Alright, we will try our best. So, how do we turn this? Ranked 300,000 in Osu, felt like farming could probably get to 10 in a day. To be honest, it's so easy, I'm not gonna lie. So many maps are really overweighted. Yeah, I feel like rhythm games are kind of a tricky business when it comes to, one, setting up the difficulty of each one. Because I know a problem that Citus had, especially the first game, is their max level was like level 9. And when the first level 9 started coming out, they are probably like a level 7 compared to the last level 9s that were coming out. Because they're like, oh, well, this game is actually harder now. Alright, so, let's see. How do I move this around again? Oops. Okay, so that's right. And then we're gonna get that green one in there. Perfect. And then... Come on, you. There we go. Well, everything's in the right place, but it's just not ordered correctly. So, let's kind of start moving stuff around. Okay. Okay. Come on, turn. I did something wrong there. Alright. There we go. We're fine. We're fine. Alright, and then blue. That is exactly what we started out with, so. Okay, cool. Oh, we are so close. Okay, so got these two. We just gotta get one of these fixed, and then we can do the. Feels like over rank 5-star. To be honest. Gotcha. Yeah, I don't necessarily like spam. There's like when it comes to rhythm games. When it comes to rhythm games, I think I prefer like the hard difficulty. When it gets started like extreme or like chaotic or master or stuff like that or expert, it's just I feel like mashing at that point, and it's like it's not enjoyable. I don't feel like I'm playing the song. I feel like I'm mashing. I feel like I'm mashing buttons. All right, let's see. I do it? No. Alright, how are we gonna do this? Well, only one thing I can think to do. Come on. And turn. Again. With the turning. Okay, so green is completely wrong. Okay, that one's good. Let's see, what's next? Ah, so close. All right. Hey, okay, so this is what we were looking for. Mashing buttons to beat. Yeah. So what we were doing there is to kind of give you an idea. We were just moving like this piece down. Come on. And so this piece right here was just moving down, and the idea is that we're always moving stuff out of the way that we don't want to get moved. So like this piece right here, we're moving out of the way while we move this piece. So we've now come to the part where everything is in the right spot. It's just... You ever come? Every now and then. But let's see here. So we got this right here. So these just need to be flipped around. So let's go ahead and get started on that. So in order to do that, we go... Alright, this is going to be kind of weird. So it goes... Oh my gosh, please turn. Side. Side. Backside. Side. Backside. Front side. Front. Side. Front. Come on, you. Then we go side. Front. And I meshed up somewhere. No. Okay. Let's get that back. Alright. Did I mess up that bad, though? I mean, maybe not terribly. Let's see. Oh, what the... Oh, I really do not know what just It's done! Yay! Woo! Okay, cool. So yes, that is the Ready Minx. That is an interesting one. Alright, let's see what we have next on the table here. I'm gonna scramble up this one. This is a really, really weird one. This is called the Rubik's Magic. And so it's a sheet, right? It's a sheet. And the reason it's weird is because all of these like interlacing patterns and like cross stitchings here, they have like a plastic wire. I don't know if I can maybe show what I'm talking about here. Let's see if I can get close enough. The camera quality is not the best. Come on. Nah, it's not gonna show. But there's a plastic wire going between everything there. So the way this moves is really weird. You can fold it, and then after you fold it, you can move it around like this. And then after it's done folding, you can even like fold it in this way, turn it, unfold it the other way. And like it just has a really weird way of moving. Yeah, it's kind of like an infinity cube, I guess. There we go. Yeah, there's that movement. So you can like fold it, turn it to the side, and then like pull it out that way. So the first thing you have to do, because you're performing a magic trick, right? That's why it's called Rubik's Magic. And so the first thing you do is you solve by getting those nice 3 circles. Wait, get back here. Yep, doing some magic. There we go. Okay, and then now from here, now that I have, it doesn't look like all the circles are done, right? So all you have to do is find this piece, fold it over, and you should be able to, let's go like that. Oh, what am I doing? Alright, well, I gotta put it back in camera. I will figure this out. Eventually, probably. Because, so, interestingly enough, when you fold it over here like this, like, I can't unfold it like I normally would be able to. So, I'm gonna have to mess around with this a little bit. But there's no real rhyme or reason to this one. And eventually when you figure it out, you figure it out. But until then, it's just a lot of moving it, and then once you find the right spot, okay. So, ta-da! The three circles. Now that's not the magic trick. The magic trick is I'm going to take these 3 circles and I'm going to combine them into, like, I'm gonna, you know, the thing where they're like, and go, and they're all like connected and interconnected with one another. I'm gonna do that with these guys. So what-a magic. So yeah, that's a very interesting Rubik's product that came out. Oh gosh, when did this even come out? Let's see. Rubik's magic. Make it look like one disappeared. When did this come out? Oh well. Yeah, but so that's it. And so in order to get into this sort of like, cross heart shape almost, what you have to do is you gotta like fold, 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 and then it's back. Max product 86, holy crap. And they're separate again, yay! And, oh, it disappeared. There's only 2 left. But yeah, it's a really interesting Rubik's product. Because it, I don't know, it's actually really incredibly simple to solve once you first figure it out. Let's see, do we go with the Molocube? I think that's the only one left aside from the 4x4 that I haven't solved. Well, I'll show one more thing as well. Because I started getting into the Rubik's Cube stuff at work, and somebody was kind enough to give me a puzzle cube. But it's incredibly difficult. Like, yeah, I'll show you. So, this is it. It is a Rubik's Cube, but is a Sudoku Rubik's Cube. So, not only do each side can only have one number, but they all have to be facing the same way, which becomes hard because normally with a Rubik's Cube, this is just a solid color, so it doesn't matter which way it's oriented. But now this matters because, and it's also incredibly difficult to turn, but now the one's facing a different way, and now it's facing a different way as well. So this one got scrambled and it has not been solved since I got it. Because it's just like ridiculous. It's insane. And it's not like incredible quality either. It's just the idea behind it is insane. However, I do have one that's similar, and that is this guy. I gotta get some of the dust off. Holy crap, I haven't touched this one in a long time. Might be able to hear some. Here, 1 second. I'm gonna mute my mic here. There we go. Okay, so this one is a regular 3x3. The twist, or the catch, is that this is also the same as the last one that I showed you, because it is also a sort of pseudo Sudoku puzzle. And what I mean by that is that if you look on each side, there is only one of each color on each side. So we got black, white, yellow, green, dark blue, light blue, purple, red, and orange. When I go over here, same thing. There's only one of each color on each side. And where it becomes difficult is with this orange here. This orange is technically on this side, and it's also on this side too. And the corner pieces are even more of a nightmare because this corner piece is on this side, it's on this side, and it's on this side. Yeah, no, this is a fun one. I remember this one took me a little bit of time to solve, but let's go ahead and mix it up. You might hear some clicking sounds. It's a louder one. I do kind of enjoy it a little bit, but depending on the context, because I once, back when traveling was a thing, I did once take this to a like a trip on an airplane. I maybe played around with it for like 5 minutes when I realized that in the airplane, when you're just hearing like the Everybody's like giving me these looks, and I'm like, I'll put it away. Oh, I only did it for about like literally a minute, and then after that I was like, ah, crap, there's no way that I'm gonna be able to do this. This is way too loud. So I stopped. But yeah. Alright, so yeah, this becomes difficult because this right now has already 3 white on it. So that's not good at all. I need to figure out which one which I'm gonna start with. I haven't solved this in such a long time. We actually might be doing this for a little bit. Do you care about student card achievement? Not terribly. No, I always considered it just kind of a dumb little thing. I don't even really know what it's used for. But let's start with, I guess, yellow. You can sell each one in the new games for like 30 cents. Oh, interesting. Alright, so in order to solve this yellow, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start by having a black and a white kind of right next to each other. Next, what I'm going to do... Oh, I remember. Okay, so we have... Oh, interesting. So we got the yellow one here. Opposite is always going to be orange. So I have an orange one here, green here, and then green eventually is going to have to go there. That works. I forget how I have to solve this. Now I'm scared. Dark blue, probably down here. So. Okay. What colors am I missing? Purple and red, which normally go on the sides. So, come on, brain, work. Okay, and then red, it goes something like this. And then I need to make sure that my side pieces are correct here. So we got that. Oh, and blue. Oh no. Oh no. Do I have a Discord? I do not have a Discord. So some people are crazy. If you ever need help with that, just tell me whether I do have a Discord. No, I do not. I don't know if I'm actually gonna get one. I might not. We'll see. Oh boy. I kind of regret scrambling this one. That white doesn't work now. It doesn't work there. It technically works here, but the black can't be there. Remember, black and white usually start out next to each other. But it can work here. Then this can't be light blue. I guess it needs to be purple. Okay, so we'll make it purple, and then we'll just make the light blue a different one, right here. So I need a corner light blue, please. Thank you. And where did my black piece go? Okay, so I think we're off to a start, that's for sure. There we go. So we got the blue, 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 blue. Okay, so this is the first part. Solved, technically, I think. Deleted it. Yeah. No, I just kind of wanted to start fresh. So, we have here, all of them are different colors. This black doesn't have, technically, any black over there. It's over here. And so now we will solve that side. So the next thing we got to do is solve for the middle. And so in order to solve for the middle, We're gonna have to fill in some pieces here. So this cannot be red or purple. So it needs to be a different color. So we're probably gonna make it orange. So okay, now it's orange. And then we gotta make this purple, so... And then all these movements are the same as far as... BRB, okay. All these movements are gonna be the same as far as, like, solving a Rubik's Cube, so that's nice. But when it comes to, like, actually solving it, that's where it gets really crazy. Alright. We need a red somewhere. Red usually goes right here. So. Okay. Red is now solved. And then this one should be yellow. It's starting to come back a little bit. Okay. So I think we're good there. Let me just do a once over on the cube. Yes, everything looks good. And I remember I showed this to somebody at work one time, and they're like, why would you get a cube that you can never actually solve? I'm like, there is a way to solve it. There is. It's just beyond your comprehension. No. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, that's good now. And then that's good too. So now we just need to see about getting this green right here. In order to do that, I'm going to have to go... Okay. And then we need to get the yellow over here, and then we'll see if this works. I think we solved it. Alright, let's figure it out. So we'll start with the yellow side that we started out with. So, no repeating colors, right? Good. And we're going to turn it over once. No repeating colors. Good. Turn it over again. No repeating colors. Good. Turn it over again. No repeating colors. Good. And then we're back to our original. And now we're just going to turn it the other way, just to make sure that nothing else is repeating. Anything repeating? Nope. Anything repeating? Nope. Nope and nope. So yeah, we did it. That is the Mola Cube. Very, very nice one. Oh gosh. Very nice one. I enjoy it quite a bit. And yeah, so that is all the variations that I kind of wanted to show here today. I think we'll probably just... I mixed it up. We'll solve this guy again. And we'll just do it quickly. You know, no fanfare needed here. Just go ahead and solve this as it should be. And then... There we go. And that's already good, so... That is completely wrong. What even was I doing there? Okay. Oh, I see. I got the pieces mixed up. Okay. And then next, start with our color theory. So side, 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 side. There we go. And then, come on. Yeah, if I may make a recommendation, if you are going to get into any sort of cubing in general, probably don't buy Rubik's. If I'm going to be entirely honest, with 3x3, go with the Chinese models. The reason being is that Rubik's is kind of stiff and expensive. You can find the really cheap ones, and they move really smooth. So, there we go. Good, 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 good. Okay. And then that's good. That's not good, so... I did something wrong here just now. There we go. That's all good now. And then quick scan. This one's good. So, all right, now everything is in place. And so all we do is downside until we get that in order. And it's solved. There we go. Nice and solved. All right. Let's see. What time is it here? Let me check one thing real quick. We'll keep things up and running. Well, let's go ahead and bring out everybody that we've been working with here today. So we got our 3x3. We also worked with a 2x2. We did the Mega Minx, the Gear Ball. There we go. The Ready Minx, Molecube, the Master Morphix that got scrambled, and I'm not going to solve that again because that takes quite a while. And then Rubik's Magic, just kind of poking out there. So we'll keep that up for just a minute while I check something here. All right, and then all right, so alright, I'm going to put a brief pause on things. I will be right back. And then, depending on how things are going, either we'll maybe do one more quick solve and then end stream, or we might switch to a different game for just a really quick moment. So I will be right back. Actually, unfortunately, I'm going to have to be leaving here right now, actually. So, I definitely appreciate everybody who stopped by. I will plan on being, probably on tomorrow is going to be when we're back on. So, again, this was fun. I enjoyed kind of solving and running into issues with solving these puzzle cubes. But I will see everybody next time. I hope we have a great night, a great day, and just a great time until then. So, see everybody next time. Bye-bye.